Hello, I'm Willie Jones, and I'm Vice President of Voter Services for the League of Women Voters, Mississippi. Thank you so much for joining us today. We've been hearing every day about the presidential election, but did you know that there are other races on the ballot? To help you be prepared for the election, we bring you this interview with the candidate for the Mississippi Supreme Court. This court reviews decisions of law and fact made by the trial courts in the state. It is the court of last resort among state courts. 9 Supreme Court justices are elected from 3 districts in nonpartisan elections, and they serve 8-year terms. With me today is Judge Percy Lynchard, who is running a candidate for the Supreme Court Justice for District 3, Position 3. Welcome, Judge Griffiths, to League of Women Voters show.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jones. Glad to be here.
Thank you so much. On behalf of the League of Women Voters of Mississippi, I want to thank you for participating in this interview aimed at helping voters make informed decisions on this very important position. So we'll get started. Our first question for you today is, what are your qualifications that make you the better candidate for the position of Supreme Court Justice?
Very simply put, experience. I've served for 10 years as a municipal court judge for the city of Hernando, Mississippi. But more importantly, I've served 26 years now and counting as a chancery judge for the 3rd Chancery District, which is composed of DeSoto, Tate, Panola, Yalobusha, Grenada, and Montgomery counties. I've heard cases over those last 26 years that I cannot count. That is by far and away the most. When I look at a transcript on the Supreme Court, if I'm fortunate enough to be elected, those will be real people to me that are speaking in those transcripts, testifying in those transcripts. And I think that's extremely important for an appellate judge to understand that.
All right, thank you so much. Why do you desire to be a Supreme Court justice?
Well, currently, of the 9 Supreme Court justices that we have now in Mississippi, only one has ever served as a chancellor, and that was for a very short period of time. Some of them had no chancery experience at all as a chancellor or even as representing litigants in chancery court. And I believe that chancery court cases, the majority of which deal with family law, probably affects more people and more throughout this state than any other does. Probably of those listening, very few have been involved in a lawsuit that might have been appealed to the Supreme Court. Very few have ever been convicted of a crime that might have been. But chances are the majority of people who are watching or could be listening at this time have had some type of chancery matter affect them or their family, either a divorce, a child custody case, been involved in a municipal annexation as a citizen, had a will contest. So I think it's important to bring that to balance the Supreme Court.
Thank you. The Mississippi Supreme Court affirms or overturns the rulings of lower courts. What standards would you apply to your decision making?
The standard that the Supreme Court should apply is if there's sufficient evidence to justify the decision of the lower court, and if he has applied the appropriate law, that case should be affirmed. If not, it should be reversed. I would take that same position. Show me the evidence, and if it is sufficient to justify the decision of the lower court judge, applying the law to that, and if he has applied the correct legal standard, that should be affirmed.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for giving League of Women Voters this time today. We will be sharing this information with not only to the public, but also our membership throughout the state of Mississippi. And for all of those who will be listening to this particular interview, we want you to also direct you to vote411.org. There will be additional questions that our justices have answered on their behalf. And also there's additional information around voting in November 3rd election. If you need to know where your polling place are, to confirm your voter registration, all of that information is available at vote411.org. Well, this has been a compilation been done on behalf of League of Women Voters of Mississippi. And Judge, again, we thank you for your time. Good evening.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jones, to all of you. I appreciate it.